Dear Mr. Dumbleboy, if you can't pronounce the name of somewhere properly, I suggest you stay away. Signed, Furious of Haverhill, not Haverhill. P.S. This is not such a bad place to live. Everyone got very sensitive about Haverhill's image this week after BBC Radio 4's Any Questions chairman Jonathan Dimbleby dubbed it isolated, deprived, with a high unemployment and more than its fair share of social problems. This obsolete view of the town, outdated by about 30 years, was no doubt regurgitated from old BBC files by the producer, and no one bothered to update it to the present day. It makes you worry more about how up to the minute our premier broadcaster actually is than about the effect of this profile being piped into 300,000 homes on a Friday night. By the time 1.5 million were listening to it on Saturday, the BBC had backtracked and re-recorded the intro, admitting it had been unfair after several complaints were made. But should we leave it at that? Some say yes, others want to fight on. The danger is that you can keep the story alive so that more and more people start to link those offending words with Haverhill if they didn't already. No smoke without fire, people think. On the other hand, if you do nothing, maybe this old profile will continue to be regurgitated again and again. So how should we react? There was press coverage of the BBC's climb down. Everyone else in the media loves to beat the BBC because they're all jealous of its licence fee. After Lord Levison's report yesterday, perhaps a slandered community will get the right of redress, which it doesn't have at present, witness the Hillsborough families. Sadly, the press coverage generated a lot of unkind comments about Haverhill from lame brains who know no better. As I said last week, rebuffing this sort of thing is the job of the whole community, not one or two individuals or organisations. The town council writing to the BBC would achieve virtually nothing. Haverhill residents going online and telling the world how great the town is could achieve a lot more. Marketing used to be very expensive, and it still can be, but I know through shows and concerts that I've been involved with that social media has revolutionised how to promote things. I'm no expert in either marketing or, heaven help us, social media. If someone bombarded me with little messages telling me how great their achievements were or how wonderful their upcoming event was going to be, I would chuck them in the junk and determine not to go. But that's just grumpy old me. The use of widespread positive messages through Facebook or Twitter does work. Don't ask me why. There are probably idiots dissing every town and city in the country, but their ramblings are generally drowned in a welter of praise and positivity, and appear, if seen at all, as what they are, loopy. Unfortunately, in Haverhill's case, there are too few people saying good things too infrequently, and the bad things are still audible and often dominant. It costs nothing but a little time to counter all this online, under various imaginary names if necessary. In the traditional media, it is much more difficult. But where digital media leads, the traditional ones generally follow nowadays. So that's the place to start.